Welcome back to Blackwell Convergence, where I am very glad that I made additional saves for most of the episodes, because otherwise we'd have to start the game from scratch or just abandon it. Anyway, we're checking one thing here. I've reloaded. I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I'm reloading back to where we were in, I think, about episode 7 or 8. Doing that again. We already did that at the end of the last episode, but we're going somewhere different this time. Just the tavern.
It's a portrait of him.
No. And in fact, this might be what I did the first time around. Or maybe I just didn't finish asking Josie. I must have asked Josie, because that's why I would have come here looking for him, I presume. I should just... well, I don't know. You can check as easily as I can, but it's not really relevant because it's already in the past for me. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to pause this and reload back to when we've already talked to Josie. Okay. So now we're back to talking for Claude. This is gonna be some replay, so I'm gonna speed through these.
I'd like to talk to
Except for this one, because I probably have more detail here now that I know where it is.
But nobody does. I feel like Joe Gould sometimes.
I'd really like to know more about
I have a rule. I don't talk about
how drunk.
I'm not sure.
Can you tell me anything?
Those are the guys who...
Yeah.
You'd have to talk to...
You know...
Sure I do. Or maybe he was just not. Either way, he's famous.
Did he...
There's our detail about Joseph Mitchell, which I still don't know the relevance of.
Do you know anything about... Yeah.
Never...
Do you know...
She was...
She insulted your work, but you liked her.
Sure. She was honest.
What do you think of...
It's alright, I guess. I don't know what Josie sees and what...
She likes...
Liking still. Josie's been...
Could you tell me more about Joseph Mitchell?
Another of this. He could talk to you for... They would... He publicly went to...
Okay.
I'd really like...
I'm not sure.
I think we've exhausted that now.
Hi there.
Sure.
Anything
Have
from
you-
you?
Can you...
No.
Have you ever...
No. I don't.
What?
I've only been here.
What can you...
I've only. Yeah.
Just want to make sure we don't accidentally miss any
Have
other
you-
dialogue,
Does a...
Never.
Does a move...
Never.
even though we've seen all this before. Okay. So now we can go home. And we're going to... Now I'm just following the guide because I am assuming that's the most expedient route or order of operations. Okay, so I'm currently logged into my own email. So we're gonna look up... Okay. Located in the financial district, so now we can go there. Technically, I don't know that I actually have to go talk to them or not. I think I could probably just log straight into his email without ever talking to him now that I've gotten all the information, or now that I have the information, but just to ensure that we don't go breaking something again, I'm gonna go do it.
Hi. Is this the melt... Oh,
Alright.
So,
I'm...
What do you do here? You give away money. You know the park gallery.
She's fine.
we're both rooting.
Sure.
Are you familiar with Monique Stahl?
Why do
No reason.
Oh, that was a dodge. I don't think I caught that the first time because we didn't have the information. But he just doesn't... He answers a question with a question.
Are you familiar with Monique Stallman or Cube Star Films?
why do you ask?
No reason. Do you know anything about Frank?
Of course. Can you believe it? A heart attack at his age. You looked healthy.
But he does know about this. That's bullshit, man. Okay, I didn't make the connection before because I didn't have the information. Now that I do, because this is the thing, even following the guide here, it says that this is the next location. I don't agree. you should go talk to Monique first, because unless I missed something earlier where I should have. No, this doesn't say anything about no, because you have to know about Meltzer before you can ask her that question. So, in fact, and this guide is posted multiple places, so I don't know what the original source of it is. I strongly disagree with this because. Okay, well let's finish this.
Have you ever?
Okay.
Well, thank you.
So we'll do a quick interaction here.
Did you see that chick walk? She waddles like a duck.
Hmm?
Our reporter friend.
You're a weirdo.
She's kinda your type.
What do you mean?
Okay. Just to make sure I don't break something, I'm gonna go do the thing here, which I believe the trigger is just to get in the way of the internet.
Hey, my internet's stupid. Hey, Charlie, what's that B-mail password again?
Don't you remember anything? It's tennis 53. Just write it down.
No way. Someone might find it.
Brother, if they're already in your office. That's the first rule of computer security, is if they already have physical access to the device, you might as well give up. I mean, it's a little more detailed than that, but seriously. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a detour and go to CubeStar.
Come in.
Because we need to ask her about the fact that he was choked.
Hello. Again.
And then we need to ask her about Meltzer. When did we get the detail about him being choked, actually? I don't recall when we first got that item in our list.
I'd like to know the truth about Frank's death. What do you mean? Not every. He didn't have a.
Oh, I love.
Look.
Why are you? They invested in our last film.
Water under the.
That's the one.
I assume they got their money back.
Not that it's any.
Monique.
Yes.
Let's say I wanted to embellish Frank's story. That and under mysterious
I
circumstances.
kind of like this dialogue. I like the.
Angela, Frank died of a heart attack.
I like the
He
part
choked.
where
Are
she
you
sort of
sure?
implies, she's
He
like,
mysteriously
you can tell me
choked
without
death.
telling me
Press
here.
got wind of it. Scandal would ruin this company. It's much easier to tell the press that he died of a heart attack.
Because it
We
makes
have
her
no
more
close family,
forthcoming
we have
with
no
us.
close friends to speak of. Nobody loses. I trust we understand each other, and I won't have to call my lawyer.
Leave it, kid. We don't want a legal battle.
No, I have all the information I need. Have you?
Okay, let me double check everything here.
Any, if you want.
Have you ever? Sorry.
Okay. So, now, I believe... Let me see... Wait, it wants me to go back to the tavern? So does he have additional dialogue? Hold on. We're going to the Meltzer Foundation first because I want to ask him about the investment because now I have the details on him. It's like, you did invest.
Monique told me that you invested in CubeStar Films.
Right.
Oh, yes.
This is something we asked him the last time we asked him
Yes.
after both deaths had already occurred.
Have you ever? CubeStar Films became successful after.
Yeah,
Frank
here's the
Lyons died.
accusation.
I suppose they did.
That benefit.
Oh, I see. What do you or a private foundation?
Someone died.
Sure, it bought, but I don't see.
So we can't push him any further
Well,
on
thanks
this.
for talking to me. Sure.
I wonder if the dialogue will be any different after Claude dies.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you give it a...
Okay. Let's go to the tavern.
Hi, Claude.
Hey,
I'd really like.
I have a rule. I'm not.
No?
Could you?
What?
Can you? Yeah.
You'd have to talk to.
So maybe the guide is wrong again. Or maybe I'm still out of order. Okay.
Bye, Claude.
Back to our home. Wait, did I get hit? Did I get... I got his business card. Okay, that was the detail I needed because I needed to look at it to get his email address.
Paul has a B-mail.
Again, I'm just being
My
extra
computer, it's not-
diligent. So now we go into... Okay. Now we've got our emails. I still don't know what the Charming Widow is about. I don't know if that's actual details or if that, like, given the sparseness of the search result, I suspect that may be just for flavor to imply that there is in fact a third and probably more people who have died related to their investments. Let me... Okay. So that Claude will respect me, I learn what the answers are, because if
Hey,
not,
are you
maybe I
done with
won't
that
have
thing?
the...
It's getting
Okay,
kinda late
and
if
now
you
he
wanna
gives
catch
me the
Claude
prompt
at
to go to the
We
gallery.
better head over.
Joey, I'd like to...
What could it...
You gonna be...
What?
Okay.
So what... So
Everyone's gonna be at that gallery.
that's all for...
Sure.
Actually, can we go...
You ready to go?
Can we go elsewhere? Or does this railroad us into going to the gallery? No, we can go elsewhere. It's so weird. Here's the other thing. Roosevelt Island isn't relevant. According to the guide, is not relevant at all at this point. There's nothing here.
I don't see any ghosts. You sense anything?
Nope, seems clean to me.
Really? You sure?
I said there's nothing here. Well, no ghosts anyway.
Okay.
I read a book about this place years ago. Nobody uses this lighthouse anymore. It's just a historic monument. I read a book about
It's very small as well. Like, unless the perspective is way out of... No, because this door is, you know, a normal size, presumably. So it's only like, what, 20 feet high? I don't remember if when we looked it up before, whether it had any
Yep.
details about the size.
Joey?
What is it?
God, I'm soaked. I'm tempted to just leave.
Might as well. I don't think there's anything here.
So it's a dead end?
We'll come back later when the weather clears up.
We'll come back later when it's relevant. Yeah, see, I wonder, I feel like it shouldn't have been it wasn't a deliberate choice, or it shouldn't have been, to lock you out by not having asked the question about the lighthouse. Because there's really no reason to be curious about it prior to tomorrow is basically it. And so, yes, it's probably good to always exhaust the dialogue and talk to everybody, but on the off chance you miss something or pick the wrong dialogue tree or don't talk to somebody and it still lets you progress, it's just a shitty lockout for no reason. Like, because it's not like if Josie died and Josie was our information person and the only way we'd know about the lighthouse, then sure, but Josie's not dead. She was just refusing to talk to us in when we got locked out. So we couldn't get the information anymore. So, yeah.
So what?
Everyone's gonna...
Let me...
That's all
Okay.
for-
Sure.
So, let's... If I go to the Minetta, is he there? No.
It's a portrait.
The guide really seems to think that something should be happening with the portrait
Black and white
here.
Pictures. I don't.
Sure.
can?
I don't feel lots of art.
What can?
16. I've only.
It's so weird I can't ask him about Claude either, but I mean, I guess the dialogue is limited. Okay, I guess we're going to the gallery now.
I don't need to. Hi, Josie.
Hi, Rosangela.
Let's talk to Nishanti just in case.
Hi, Nishan.
Rosa. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I spoke to Mo. It's certainly you'll show.
You call the
Shh. I mean,
smooth.
do you know anything?
Kind of enigma. He's hardly. Of course, I think.
What do you think of?
It stands out, certainly. I don't know who the woman is, but she looks familiar.
Really?
I can't put my finger on who, but that expression. Such a feeling of frustration and loss. But maybe that's the idea. The frustration and loss that we all feel sometimes.
Very deep.
Maybe. I'm going to look around some more.
Of course, go and mingle. Don't let me keep you.
Okay, let's talk to Claude now, I think.
He
And
must
we'll
be an
proceed with
artist.
his death.
Claude,
A weird thing to say.
Okay.
you're drunk.
Very much so.
We need to talk about the Countess.
Who?
The Dark Lady?
I don't talk about her.
So you do know her.
Don't try to. I haven't met. Not.
Who says I don't know?
You want. Alright.
The hard line.
You think so?
Oh, yes.
Really? Excuse me.
So, Claude,
What do you think?
does this painting
It could. Is that.
Sure.
Then it. Excuse.
Let's see if I can nail this again.
Claude,
What do you think?
why is one side...
Well, look at it.
That's a...
It's a bleak. Can I be?
forward.
It's been a great pleasure talking to you.
Really?
Yes. Very refreshing. You seem to have a greater understanding of art than most of the rabble here.
I do?
Listen, Rosangela wasn't.
Oh, call me Rosa.
Rosa.
They're kind of flirting. I don't really think I noticed that
Fresh
before.
air. Come meet me out on the fire escape. We can talk more in private.
Hey, way to go.
Claude, where are you going?
Just some fresh air, Joes. I'll be back. No worries.
That hits a little different, knowing what's about to happen.
We
Okay.
need to talk about... Why is she...
Yeah, it can.
Why is she...
I think being turned.
Like what? How do you...
I see her in my. She hasn't found me yet.
You...
Yes. She's chosen.
Oh, why don't we?
Why did she...
She's the artist.
Claude, the...
Dangerous?
I've met...
You?
No, but she's
I just want.
Hey, pal.
Just be careful.
Careful. Just. How do you know?
I'm...
No thing.
That you're...
And you.
Well...
Alright. I need.
Don't look.
What is it?
And now she
Look out.
comes and chokes him out.
No! No!
I'm
you
still not
didn't.
clear how
Claude!
this works, because she doesn't look like other ghosts, you know? She doesn't. She can interact with things. She doesn't even appear the same. All right.
Suicide.
Well, what? He was just
Yeah. She killed him, Joey.
us. It happened.
It's...
new.
It doesn't... We have...
Look, and
Maybe. But she didn't...
not.
Good night, Joe.
All right. So now we sleep. We're gonna have our thing with the other lady, right? Yeah.
I'm proud of you. You are proving he think beware.
Who are... Shh.
Tomorrow you won't.
Good morning.
Okay. So I don't think we actually did too much on this day, because a lot of the dialogue that we had on this day was things that technically we could have and even should have done on the previous day and have subsequently done again in this episode or part of the last one. So, let me double check here. Let's go to talk to Josie.
I'm ready if you...
All right.
Hi, Josie.
Rosangela.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What do you mean?
Well, oh, he grumbled. Still,
You're keeping.
of course.
Really?
That painting.
That's
That's been. I feel bad. Well,
Just as expected.
lucky for you.
that's not. I've known Claude for. He never felt his work would be seen by. That's something.
If you think. What will you do with.
Well, a percent. I could sponsor another artist like Claude. I'll need to think about it.
Can I ask you?
I don't think so. I'm meeting with the buyer.
Okay, so
Josie.
now
Sure.
she's a dead end. So I think now... Now the guide says to go talk to Monique about the Meltzer Foundation. That's interesting. I guess it doesn't matter, technically, but I've already done that, because there's nothing stopping me from it. In fact, it's weird to do it now, because if you talk in the right... Well, we don't really have a prompted reason to go back to CubeStar, unless we are just inherently suspicious about the pattern, and we don't have the pattern until this point. And even then, it's only if we notice it. So we'll skip that. And now the guide says to go here. Okay, there's a guy. All right. So we'll take a break and come back and talk to this fellow.